In this universe,
in this galaxy, in this world, beneath the influencer clouds,
over the viral video fields,
off the information superhighway,
there are voices in the digital wilderness, whispering
more opinions.
If you listen,
you will hear. We are here.
Happy 2-year anniversary.
Oh, frack, it is too. I didn't get you anything nice.
You keep track of the time pretty well.
I guess that is right. That is 2 years. Holy crap.
Yeah, and as Bill Hicks once said, hold on while we plaster on a fake smile and plow through this shit one more time.
So, how's the weather?
Oh, God, here we go. Well, it's sunny.
It's sunny. We're sunny in Meow. Last 2 days, it's been snowing like a mofo.
So you got the slush out there?
Yeah, it's pretty gnarly now, yeah. So, I wanted to start the show off by talking about men's mental health. I know we've talked about it before, but I feel that when I myself because we're not a big show at all, of course, but I figure anytime that we get a chance to normalize men's mental health, that we should take that opportunity to do it. Last week was not a good week for me. I was just in a funk and I couldn't shake it. It's not my fault Cody couldn't win the match. Anyways, no, it was so. We'll stop talking about that for a sec because Brody brought that up. So yesterday morning, it is like full blizzard, and I'm like, okay, it's gonna be gross out. Like I was supposed to go to Brody's to watch wrestling last night, and I'm like, you know what? It's so gross. I just want to hide in my basement, So I called and canceled with Brody. Coach was supposed to come in and watch with us. And by like 3 o'clock, everything's gone. But now I'm in pajama mode, home mode. Already bought food for dinner. It's like, okay, I really don't want to go anywhere. So well, they're Leaf fans, so I'm sure they're gonna cry themselves to sleep plenty. Okay.
Oh.
So just the same. But anyways, so I just had a really funk of a week last week, and I couldn't kick it. I was just and this is going to kind of work into the next part I want to talk about between younger people and the older generation, which it's sad and well as us, which is what we are now, where the work ethic, it's fine. Don't even worry about it.
Hello, Brody. If you stick around long enough, Brody, I got a picture to show you. It's not anything disgusting, believe me. We're on YouTube.
I'll stop right now. Show him right now because I don't know how long you can stay around.
So, Brody, I have to thank you for this one. So this picture was taken last night, and there it is. That's last night in New Westminster. That is me and the man himself, Uncle Hack, otherwise known as Brendan.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's great. And the great thing is, the interview we did 2 years ago, I waited my turn because it was the end of the show, and he and Sam Walker were in the lobby, wanted to talk to everyone. So I wait my turn. I go up to Uncle Hack and I say, "Hi, my name's Alex. I was with the Jabroni Jabber podcast." He's like, "I knew I recognized you." And he gives me this big hug, which it made my day and my week and my month and my year. So that's Brody, so thank you for that. Yeah.
That's so awesome. Yeah.
It was great.
Awesome. But I mean, Uncle Hack's talked about mental health before though, too. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, like, so it's, but So I worked through it, and I didn't miss any work. Cried a couple times, but I worked through it. I think that is a big problem, the difference between today's youth and like our generation, because mental health, it's such a sticky situation, because there's some people that you just kind of want to go, is there really something wrong, or is it like a scapegoat? Because you can't question anybody on it.
Yeah.
Right? You can't. Whereas if someone, if I said to someone, look, I'm just having an issue, like something triggered in my brain and I had a little bit of PSD, but I got through it. Someone will go, okay, yeah, you know what happened with the leg and blah, blah, blah. I get it. Right. But then there's sometimes people you don't know, you feel like, but you want to say something, but you can't. Right. So, you know, do you know what I'm trying to say? I think too many people these days use mental health as an excuse to get out of things like work and responsibilities as adults. And that's just my opinion. And this is coming from a guy who, again, I'm not looking for any pity party at all. You know, I went through some shit. I went through some shit as a kid. That's what always gets me is, you know, like when people go, like, especially adults, and they go the trauma of my childhood. Okay, and I understand there's different levels of trauma. I get that. But when you hear these people, well, I used to get picked on. Okay. Man the fuck up. But you, again, like I said, you can't call anybody out on it because you're a piece of crap if you do, because you honestly don't know what's going on in someone's head.
Yeah.
But there comes some times where it's like, you know, like this morning, my leg was killing. I think it's because the pressure, like just the temperature got so weird. Like my leg was just, oh, it was excruciating this morning. I had my phone in my hand. I was going to call into work. I was going to text the boss, say, look, I'm not coming. I can't. My legs just, I'm like, you know what? You need to put your big boy pants on and you need to go to work. And I did. And it took about 3-4 hours for it to finally work itself out, but I was okay. But whereas I find that other younger people are like, oh, I got a hangnail. I can't go to work. There's every excuse not to go to work. And I'm seeing, well, and I'm not talking about anyone in general. My wife goes through this with a lot of, like, has been through this with a lot of staff. That it's like, oh, this is wrong, blah, blah, blah. Like the one that drives my wife absolutely insane is when women use, I'm on my period. Because, and I'm not making light of that. I'm going to steal Ron White's joke. I never would, because if I had blood coming out of my penis, I'd be running down the road like my hair was on fire, screaming, my balls are bleeding, my balls are bleeding. So I'm not making light of it. But I've seen when my wife has gotten home from work and it's her time of the month, and she literally lays on the floor and goes into a ball. And it's like, don't touch me. Go feed yourself. I don't care what you eat. Go away. Like, that's how she talks to me. Like, just, like, go away. But she still goes to work. Yeah, and I don't know. I just wanted to talk about that tonight. I want to get your opinion on it. Who's definitely the brains of this operation? Like, what you feel about the use of mental health and how we can? Is like there's no really way to tell, like, if someone's faking or not. As blunt as blunt. So,
yeah, that's the trap that we're in at this point in time. You can't deny it. You can't question it. You can offer support, and that's about it. And everyone's situation is different. Yeah, all you can say is it's just like the infographics you see every few months on Facebook. I'm just a phone call away.
mm-hmm.
Call me up. I'm here to listen. I'm here to talk. Well, some people don't operate that way. I myself don't operate that way. as good of friends as you and I are, and Ryan, and a few other people, I don't call people and tell them my problems because they are my problems and I am to deal with them myself. And that mentality in and of itself is part of the problem. I don't know if it's with men in general or if it goes toward introverted people, or maybe it's just me. But it's great that mental health is getting more and more of a spotlight these days, and it's not being seen as a negative or condescending thing. But there are still limits to it. It is still something of a taboo subject at this point in time. And slowly but surely, we will peel back the layers and address it. And it's nothing to do with this strong male mentality. 40 years ago, guys, and I'm going to use the coming back from the war example, drown themselves in drink and drugs and then just eventually die. Well, those of us who don't drink and do drugs, what do we resort to? Overeating, video games, excessive exercise, perhaps? I don't know. Speaking of the exact opposite of excessive exercise, because he's stuck in a wheelchair. Hello, Chad.
And speaking about coming back from the war.
Yes, Ryan, perfect example. Counseling. I don't even go to counseling because I think that, and people who watch this show, they know that I myself can't explain what it is that I talk about very well. How am I going to explain it to a counselor if I can't explain it to my friends and strangers on the internet? So because I know what it is that I want to express and am going through, but can't exactly put it into words, it's something I should be able to deal with myself. And therefore, that's what I do. Introverts in general, yeah, good possibility. Thank you for being here. How you doing?
In full disclosure, and it's because he is a chronic masturbator. The only person, except for my wife, that I really talk to about this chat. And I think it's because we both have kids around the same age. And I don't know, I just feel just because me and Chad, like me and you have been friends. You and Nathan I've known the longest. Been friends with the long. Ryan's right there too, I think. But like we kind of grew apart. We moved away, but for some reason me and Chad, I think it was more wrestling than anything. And lately it's really been more talking about life in general. So yeah, I just want people to and like you nailed it. The generation before us was alcohol and drugs, like that, like, like a lot of people to deal with their men, not just men and women, to deal with these problems. And speaking of, this is something that just, now we're talking about drinking. So this is on global news. A drink a day won't lead to earlier death, but it won't boost your health either, a study shows. Why are we studying this? Who cares?
Come on, we've got the time. We might as well study it just to see what the effects are. We study pretty much everything else. I mean, we got boner pills.
Yeah, but we've already studied all this shit.
Have we, though? I mean, look at some of the information from 20, 30, 40 years ago. You can only use 10% of your brain. Wrong.
Yeah. Oh, well, I guess, yeah, you want that argument now as I stop myself. Yeah. Sugar. Like, oh, sugar's like this and that and blah, blah, blah. And now you find out, like, we now know that sugar is horrible. And it was basically like cigarettes being freaking foisted on us by the sugar people.
Sugar is the devil.
Right? So I'm doing something with my throat now. I'm sorry. I used to do this in the old show. I'm having sinus issues, so I've been taking some nasal spray. So it's kind of, I'll try to mute myself as much as I can instead of making that gross sound. How do I?
Oh, that mugshot will be leaked somehow. Believe me.
So now let's move on to that. We got Bolo and Alma here. They're Americans. Now, is it kind of like Trudeau? Like, and I realize there's a lot going on with former President Trump. Yeah. Oh, dude, yeah. Well, I think I'm lost 100 pounds. I'm a major cokehead.
You got liquid cocaine, bro?
Yeah, liquid cocaine. But like, I just when I opened up my internet or my Microsoft Edge today, first things about Donald Trump's dad, and then Donald Trump's like he is living rent free in everybody's head. He really is. Like Trudeau a little bit, but Donald Trump lives rent free in everybody's head.
It's part of the reason is because he's so slippery. He's gotten away with so much, and people just want to nail him on every single little thing that comes up. Is this going to be the one? Is it going to be this thing? Is it going to be that thing? When are we going to get him? Well, that day may be coming this time.
Yeah, maybe. But let's also remember this is also the country that has figured out that there was more than one shooter that shot JFK, and nothing ever came of it. Remember that. It was like it's been debunked. They went through all this stuff. They basically like there's no way they could have done this, that it could have been one shooter, and it's just kind of like, yeah, but pretty birdie. So it makes you wonder, and I am not this guy, but with as much of this crap that is going on with Donald Trump, and that's all you see, what are they doing behind the scenes or in front of us that we're not even seeing right now, that the world's not seeing because everybody's focused on whether Trump's going to jail or not?
I don't believe that. Just because
I'm not that guy either, but God, just
because he's front page doesn't mean that the other pages in the newspaper do not exist. They do. You just have to look at them. It could be one line on page 10. It's still there. You can still look it up. It is an election. Yeah. 2024 November. So yeah, it's the build up already.
Yeah.
That Georgia votes. There was a bunch of election fraud. Wrong across the board. Yeah, there were like 3 or 4 irregularities, not in terms of thousands or hundreds of thousands, but in terms of singles or tens of votes that were wrong. Not busloads of Democrats going from one state to another, voting for Sleepy Joe. No.
Yeah. No, and that's what they think, right? That's what they, So, did you see this? So I'm just kind of going through global news right now. Topless Junos. There was a topless protester at the Junos.
Yes.
Cool. And you know what all the dudes say? They're like, cool. Boobs. And that's the end of it. I don't care.
Yeah, then move on. The Junos? Yeah. Well, call me when somebody gets slapped.
Yeah, right. Trying to think what else now. What else have I got here? So apparently there is a woman, a Virginia teacher shot by a 6-year-old, filing a $40 million lawsuit against the school officials.
Okay.
Allow me to read on once the story loads. All right. First grade Virginia teacher who was shot seriously wounded by her 6-year-old student is filing a lawsuit against the school seeking $40 million in damages from the school officials, accusing them of gross negligence for allegedly ignoring multiple warnings throughout the day of the shooting that a boy had a gun and was in a violent mood. Abby Zwerner, a 25-year-old teacher from
related to Robert Shermer, man.
And Newport School, was shot in the hand and chest January 6th as she ate at a reading table in her class and spent nearly 2 weeks in the hospital and had to have 4 surgeries since the shooting. So
the $40 million is to cover the hospital costs.
Yes, no, and hey, I'm about if this school knew that, and she's alleging that they knew that this kid, that the shooting, that the boy had a gun and was in a violent mood. Okay, stop there. So there's a 6-year-old in a school that has a gun. Like, wow.
Number 1, Merca. Number 2, Merca.
Yeah.
What's the problem?
Yeah.
What were the metal detectors on on 6-year-olds not working that day or what?
Yeah. Okay, so school officials removed the boy from Rickschnick School and sent him to another school for the remainder of the year, but allowed him to return for the school for first grade in the fall of 2022. The lawsuit states, sorry, I just read what Alma had written there. He was placed on modified schedule because he was chasing kids around the playground with a belt in effort to whip them and cursing at staff and teachers. So why is he not in like a special, like a school or something?
Yeah, shouldn't it be the 3 strikes and you're out rule? Unless this was to be the first strike and he just went
He's
overboard.
chasing kids with weapons and cursing at people. You know? The boy's parents did not agree for him to be put in special education classes where he'd be with other students with behavioral issues, the lawsuit says. So basically you wanted your kid not to be with kids that were like him. Okay, cool. Wow.
A lot of good that did.
Yep. So this where it comes back. So then I can already hear the gun argument. So the boy used his mother's gun, which the police said was purchased legally. Okay. An attorney for the boy's family has said the firearm was secure on a closet shelf and had a lock on it.
Okay.
Bullshit. Because guess what? It's still not secure because he knew where the... Okay, so I'll say, sure, cool. You had a lock on the gun. Excellent. But it kind of defeats the purpose to have a lock on a gun when the kid knows where the key is.
Either that or the padlock was so small and this kid was so strong with those bolt cutters, just snip like nothing.
Well, maybe what he heard was Team America theme and he got all pumped up and he just ripped that lock right off. And he's like, hey, nobody's taking my right to shoot people. America! So I didn't read what Ryan had said. I bet.
Yes, he briefly locked down today, although it was nothing. So either you go the full step of something could be happening, or like in the case of the story here, something is happening.
Mm-hmm.
But as Alma said, the school had suspicion and did nothing. Well, come on. What about things like warning signs and escalating behavior?
And that's what this is. This is exactly... And you can't... Okay, maybe you can blame the school overall. I'm saying overall the whole system because we don't have enough teachers and aides to help. Maybe I'm playing the other side of the sword on this because we don't know, right? We don't know what was in place to maybe help this child. Now, if both Alma is still listening and Bolo are listening, I really got to ask you guys, like, is it honestly in the front of your mind, not in the back? Like when your kids go to school, like seriously, like I never worried about that here. Never even second thought about but being that you're in America and in Wichita, not Falls, Wichita. Yeah, I'm not doxing her. Are you guys genuinely like, is it in your mind constantly? Like, man, like with all the crap that's going on. I mean, I for one never did. Every day. Yeah, I kind of figured.
Oh, Jesus. I can't imagine being a parent anywhere. It doesn't matter if it's the United States of America or Brazil or Russia or South Korea. Is my kid going to get shot today? You wake up in the morning, you make the breakfast, you have the coffee, you've got the news on in the background. Is my child going to die today?
Yep.
That is messed up. And that's a first world country we're talking about.
So, that just made me think about the song by P.O.D. called "Youth of a Nation."
Oh yeah.
So that came out in 2001, and the lyrics. Think about, like, you go and you like if you read the lyrics from 2001, so we're over 20. What are we? 23 years now, right?
22 years.
22 years
after that song. Yeah.
So the first verse, I mean, for anyone, I'm sure everyone knows the song, but the last day of the rest of my life, I wish I would have known because I would have kissed. I didn't kiss my mama goodbye. I didn't tell her I loved her, how much I cared, and thanks my pops for all the talks and wisdom we shared. Unaware, I just did what I always do every day, same routine after a skate off to school. But who knew this day wouldn't be like the rest? Instead of taking a test, I took 2 to the chest. This is back like 22 years ago.
And Columbine was April 20th. Jesus, was that 2000 or 2001?
It was 2000.
No, hold on. It was 1999 because that was the year that I graduated. That's why. Ooh. Yeah, unfortunately, in this day and age, you have to have that conversation with your kids, however young they are. And that's why there are drills in schools about active shooters and locking down. And you don't hide under your desk because of a nuclear bomb. You hide under your desk because there's an active shooter.
Yep.
99, validation, more validation. Thank you.
Oh, that's a good song. Okay, I got my song. Thanks, guys. No, it's not Youth of a Nation, which is it's a depressing song.
Yeah,
but you know,
it's important nonetheless.
Yes, it is. It is and very important. It's those things like so. But then I'm shocked that like that song. Now that you think about just the way the world we live in today, like people aren't going, "Oh, I'm triggered by that song." It needs to be banned now. Right? I mean, really, in the day and age we live in, I'm actually shocked that it doesn't happen. Right? Oh, that song triggers me. Well, no, these are important things in history that we need to remember. So hopefully it doesn't repeat itself. But it seems to be repeating itself a lot.
Yeah, I when I came back from the comedy show last night, I saw a clip of Russell Peters being interviewed on the CBC, and he was saying that you can't erase history. We have to learn from it. If you erase history, then of course we're going to repeat it.
Yep.
Oof.
Wow.
That is tough. And as a parent, you're like, what's going on? What's going to happen?
Yep.
Are they okay?
Like, can you imagine, like, the parents that day with Columbine? Like, we've heard, anyone that's watched Bowling for Columbine has heard, like, the audio tapes of people calling in, like, where's my kid? And I couldn't imagine. And not being able to reach my child.
I keep flashing back to that one image of, on that day, there was a woman who, she was biting her fingernails as she was walking around, and the look on her face was fear and horror at the same time. And that's an image I'll never forget when it comes to something like that, a parent worrying for their child.
Yep.
And justifiably so.
I couldn't imagine at all. Oof. It's terrifying. Absolutely terrifying.
Yep. And even though I'm a man without kids, I can still have empathy for yourself and Ryan and Bolo and Alma. And oh, good Lord, look who showed up.
And look who's here. Freak nasty bum sex.
Look who's here to lighten the mood just by being here with his name.
Yeah. That's awesome. Unreal. What other songs are school shooting songs? Well, Pearl Jam, Jeremy, but that was back in '92.
Yeah. Right? Man, that was a great album.
Yes. What an awesome album.
The Fight Song by Marilyn Manson.
Is that a school shooting song?
I think so.
I don't even know.
I don't like Mondays. Oh, we've
had
this conversation before.
That is too. Yeah, I don't like Mondays. Yeah. Why did you do it? Because I just don't like Mondays.
Thank you, Beverly, for liking us on Facebook. Greatly appreciated.
Marilyn Manson.
Leave us a comment one day. Tell us how you really feel.
I don't see anything here. It might be. No, but I actually, and I really like when Marilyn Manson was on Bowling for Columbine, and he talked to Michael Moore, and it was very enlightening to hear the guy speak. Sounds very intelligent, though it sounds like he's also a bit of a piece of shit. But just to hear him talk, right?
Yeah, absolutely. He's very thoughtful. Probably nowadays, I don't know if he's as thoughtful as he was then, but he was very thoughtful and he vocalized it very well back then because he was on a few talk shows, the O'Reilly Factor for one, and he held
Yep.
his own pretty well.
Mhm.
And of course, when you look at someone like Marilyn Manson, of course the Christian right is going to glom on and say he's the bad guy. This is why the country is falling and we're losing our ethics and morals and values, and this is why 9/11 happened. Just because someone looks like that doesn't mean that's why. Come on.
Yeah, no, that's the whole God hates fags people.
Yeah,
You know,
and they're
like,
in Topeka.
Topeka, shut the fuck up. Ah, I want to roll tonight. It's time to go solo. There's a good song. Nobody talks about that song enough anymore. I don't think they do, anyways, but that's just me. What else do we got here?
And merci to Angine. Thank you for liking us on Facebook.
You with the face. Do you have that picture? The
Of
Budweiser can?
yes,
Yeah. So
there it is.
look at this, people. Now, I don't know where this is. I want to know if anyone finds any of these. I don't. So as long, I guess, transgender's bad to put on a can. Bad, bad, bad. But we could put half-ass titties out. We could put G-strings. We could put monster trucks. We could put anything else. But you put a trans person on there, that just crossed the line.
Let's solve the problem, and we'll put this person in revealing clothing while in a monster truck with guns and the American flag behind them, and problem solved.
Yeah, and then you could totally be like, murder. Well, that just means that you're going to turn transgender now.
Boobs are boobs, my dude. Yeah. You drink Bud Light.
What the fuck? I drink Bud Light. Yeah, like exactly.
Bible Belt. What an interesting place. Alma Bolo, have you guys ever driven by the Westboro Baptist Church? Because that in this day and age would be a tourist destination.
Yeah.
That would be awesome. That's like going up to the Hollywood Hills and seeing where all the celebrities live. You guys should do that.
Yeah. I want her to send me a picture of BTK's house.
Ooh.
That's the picture I want.
Bud Light. Oh.
Actually, I'll change that there, Alma, to American beer water.
Because their percentage of alcohol is,
I think it's lower. Yeah.
Stay away from TV. Oh, come on. You got to live. If you're going to think that every morning your children are going to die, then you also have to think, what if today I get killed by the Westboro Baptist Church? I will be on TV. I will live in infamy. Hello, Big Red. It is getting ridiculous. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't understand. I don't get the rage. And actually, I saw, and I should have saved the video. It was one of those public trans, like they were dancing around that they called a strip show or whatever for children and people. And this person was doing no different moves. It wasn't like the one we talked about a couple weeks ago with the rave thing. Yeah. Like they were dancing around on the stage. It's no different than Rihanna or any of these other people dancing around, like, Wow. Bruce coming in hard. Jeepers.
Jesus. I'm kind of glad I'm not a chip off the old block in that kind of way. I couldn't make that analogy.
That's a great analogy, though. I'm about it. I like it.
This moment of humorous insight brought to you by Dad.
By Bruce.
By Bruce.
Hmm.
Yeah, we are.
Pretty much. I like that. I like that saying, Bolo. Yeah, we're just borrowing this body, pretty much.
Yeah, we're just traveling flesh bags.
Yeah, meat sims. Meat sims, yeah.
How did James do it? Meet Sim.
Yeah, meat sim, yeah. Well, that was from what was that game? What was the freaking game?
The Sims.
No, Perfect Dark. And in Perfect Dark, you could have a couple guys, like you could have meat sims running around, so you could actually be on someone's team and then kill. It was like GoldenEye, but like on steroids.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
White Claws. Ooh, you ever had a White Claw?
Yeah, it tastes like to me. They taste like TV static.
Oh,
like white noise. They're not
I was gonna cut you off with it tastes like
ass.
Yeah, they do. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. There's some like Trulies. Trulies are really good. But yeah. Who is that?
Elliot Page used to be Ellen Page.
Oh, okay.
Canadian.
Yes, I knew that. I knew, but I didn't realize like pay. I thought I was reading it as one whole thing, like Pacad. Like Page had. I'm like, who the hell is that?
Come on, it's Big Red. She's pissed.
Come on.
No one really goes after the female to male. Yeah, because they don't make the headlines when it comes to sports. Oh, kidding. Scooby-Doo. Was Scooby-Doo female to male? No. Kidding.
Scooby-Doo and Scrappy-Doo. Scrappy Doo-Doo. Yeah, Trulies are good. Trulies are really good. I'm a rum guy, though. I like rum. I like hard alcohol. Yeah, when I drink, that's what the heck was that? So,
I thought that was your phone. It's your watch.
It's my watch. Yeah, my Apple Watch.
Pretty soon, it's going to be an implant in the side of your head.
Yeah.
A few. Just if that's how you get through your day, hey? Awesome. Yes, I did. Wow. That was an eye-opener, Dad. Thank you.
I just because they're probably yelling like sitting on the same couch and she's just looking at him like, you're an idiot.
Yeah, they're sitting beside each other. They're on their phones.
Yeah, watching us. Hey, don't say anything. They're watching us.
What are bitch pops?
That'd be White Claws.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah, that'd be your White Claw. Trulies, I guess, but Trulies are delicious. I really enjoy them.
I'm way too far out of the drunk loop on this.
You're old.
I'm getting there. Yeah. And I am fine with that.
Yeah, being old's okay.
I save my money. I don't buy alcohol. I spend my money on mass gainer powder. That is my drink of choice.
Mass gainer powder?
Yeah. Keeps my head thick.
Just kind of, I can't find, there's nothing really interesting going on right now.
Wasn't there another mass shooting in the United States? I know. Maybe we should drink for that.
Was there?
No. It was a transgender person.
Oh, that's correct. Yeah, I'm not trying to avoid that. I know some. Why aren't you talking about it?
Do we need to? Oh, yeah, we do, because now are the conservatives going to say we need gun control for trans people?
Yep.
Where's Matt Walsh when you need him?
So, when was this story?
Last week. Thursday?
Okay, no, this is an old. No, I saw the first one that popped up was a Texas one. I'm like, oh my goodness, there was another shooting, but so this one was in Nashville. Yeah, 9 students, great googly moogly, and adults killed it. Yeah, 9-year-olds, assault style. I detest that assault style rifles.
Why even bother making
Yeah,
a comparison?
assault style. Like, all right, so you saying assault style is like, saying like, well, like Michael Jackson did, that style of dance, and that fat white guy does a style of dance too. It's like, no, it's two different things.
Yeah.
It's either an assault weapon or it's not a style.
What makes it an assault weapon? You have to hold it with two hands and you can pop in a mag?
I don't know. I don't get it. It's dumb. Yeah.
And then the cycle begins again. Mental health. What do we do about guns? My freedom, my freedom.
Yeah.
Back to square one.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
So who has to die? Because regular people have died. Children have died. Who do we have left before the sides come together and say, okay, now we're going to do something? Who has to die? What group has to bite the bullet?
At this point, it doesn't matter. Because, like, Sandy Hook should have been the one where everybody kind of went, whoa. And Sandy Hook didn't do it. Like, if that didn't do it, like little children dying didn't do it, nothing's going to do it. I mean, in all fairness, yeah, nothing's going to do it. Which is ridiculous to think.
And it's stupid to say, but I'm going to say just because it's stupid. The Second Amendment is the loophole to better gun legislation. And I'm not denigrating any of the amendments to the Constitution. But they're never going to get around it. As long as my freedom, Second Amendment, First Amendment stands, it's going to keep happening. And that's all there is to it. And I'm not saying change the amendment. Not at all.
Yeah.
Nope. Not going anywhere near that one.
Not touching that one. We'll move on from that one.
The Knowledge Fight podcast will set you straight. Okay? Believe me on this. Donald Trump's kid.
No, you want to know why? Because JFK Jr.'s kid was killed. I still think it was a CIA inside job.
Oh,
come on.
Died in a small airplane crash in, what was that, 2001? Right around the time that Aaliyah died, I think.
Yep. And I remember Ralphie May made a joke about that. And he's like, think if he'd have stayed with what's-her-face, Dara Hannah, she was a mermaid. She could have saved him. So, yeah, but no, like, I mean, little kids hasn't changed anything. Columbine didn't change anything.
Las Vegas didn't change anything.
Las Vegas, like you name it, nothing's going to change it. Like nothing's going to change it at all. So we like these videos, so it's maybe I won't go for all of them, but do you want to hear songs that are now 35 years old this year?
35. So are we talking about 1988?
Yep.
Okay.
So Belinda Carlisle, Heaven is a Place on Earth, from Go-Go's fame. Robert Plant, Simply Irresistible.
Yeah.
God, brings me back. Like, wow. Like I remember these videos on Much Music. Janet Jackson, Miss You Much. We were talking about that today, like how cool like MTV and Much Music were back in the day. Like with the programming. Girl, you know it's true. Ooh, 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 I love you.
And here comes the old fuddy-duddy line. I remember when they played music.
Yeah, yeah. No, I was gonna say like when they had like Ed the Sock, straight up, Paula Abdul, and Al TV was my favorite. I loved when Weird Al took over. Bon Jovi, I'll be there for you. Yeah, okay.
I look at clips of MTV Headbangers Ball every once in a while.
Yeah,
that was some good stuff.
We had some awesome stuff. We really did. Yep.
But we still have it, even though I don't have TV. I can find all that and more on the interwebs.
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah. Oh yeah, you can find them. So they're there. Sorry, I'm just seeing what's cool. If there's anything cool to see. You know, I saw some clips of Deftones live doing My Own Summer. No, it wasn't good. It wasn't good. Was not good.
Oh.
And it was back when he was like back in the day, and it was not good. It was like that Shove It, My Own Summer, and Chino was singing.
Yep.
And it was just not good. It was not good at all.
Was he too drunk or something?
He couldn't hit the screaming. Yeah. So
one of the commercials that I keep looking for on the internet, it's a Wonder Bar commercial, and it's this older fat guy dressed as a Viking. And I don't know what the hell he was doing. I just remember him running off into the horizon screaming, Wonder Bar! And that's it.
I vaguely remember that.
That was great. I loved it. I can't find it.
I haven't really looked now you say that. One of my favorite commercials was the Pop-Tart dude. Bam! Remember when the Pop-Tarts used to dance around and stuff? Yeah, I like the Pop-Tarts guy.
At that point, it seemed that commercials were more about the memes and the gimmicks and then trying to attach the product in some strange way to said meme or gimmick in order to sell the product. Like the product is there, and here's the funny thing, and it's because of that.
No. Yeah. Well, so we were watching Pluto, the new app. Excuse me. It's free TV. And we were watching like Judge Judy and stuff like that. Some of the hairstyles and whatnot are just fantastic. Yeah. It's just like, oh, this is so great.
I never got into that trash TV. Judge Judy, Maury Povich, Jerry Springer. I may have seen an episode, not even an episode, just a few minutes of that. But I never saw the appeal in that kind of thing.
So I know we talk about this a lot, but I got a comment on it here. Lizzo shows off stunning figure in sizzling holiday snaps. Lizzo is 300 pounds.
Awesome.
She's not a stunning figure. Stop normalizing obesity. Fuck. And I don't care. Here, I'll put $1 in for that because I'm probably gonna have a couple more. This is the problem. She does not have a stunning. Stop normalizing it. And I'm saying it as a fat dude. You know, guess what? That's not stunning. Neither is the skinny girl that you could pick up by the ribs and go, yeah, that's not stunning. I'm just saying, like, bone skinny girls are not stunning. They're not stunning. Great googly moogly. That's not stunning.
Nope.
And these people just, but you know, I mean, someone will hear this, or not this group, but if someone, you're fat shaming. I'm a fat dude who's wearing a shirt that says I'm fat, let's party. Yes, I am. Fat shaming.
Oh, he was so great. I have a statue. It's a golden statue. It's tiny. It's of a dead Elvis on a toilet. I got it in my bathroom to memorialize Elvis because that's how we should remember him. Big, fat, dead guy in a bathtub, as Dennis Leary said.
Yeah. Oh, I should have saved that. Oh. Oh, no. Actually, that's one of my favorite Weird Al songs. My Velvet Elvis. Good song.
Did you know? And I heard this on. I swear it was Drunken Peasants, their latest episode. Weird Al is a Christian. I thought he was a Jewish person.
I thought he was Jewish.
Yeah, but
Really?
apparently,
Maybe
if what they're saying is true, he's a Christian. He does not pump that message into his music, which is admirable, I think.
Well, I thought he was Jewish.
Yep, because I thought his parents were Jewish.
Vita, wow. I gotta I gotta look at religion. He's a Christian, according to 3 sources. Really? Man.
Wow, nice.
You introduced me to him. I mean, I'd never really heard a lot of Weird Al, but we've had this discussion before. Weird Al in 3D. That's the first one I heard. And I remember how excited I was when they played Nature Trail to Hell when I saw him live. I was so excited. Like, I'm probably a little too excited for, like, you know, it's like almost like, oh my God, Led Zeppelin's playing Stairway. No, Weird Al is playing Nature Trail to Hell. And I'm excited about it.
Nice. Well, props to Weird Al for not being like, who are the clown guys? Who are the
Insane Clown Posse?
Yeah, Insane Clown Posse at the end of their albums on the very last album. It's all about God. He's always been behind us.
Really?
Yeah. Or pardon me, I think the line was, the carnival is God, he's always been behind us. It's something like that. I swear that's in their last song on their last album. Yeah. Yeah, they were secret Christians all along, which is hilarious if you look at some of their earlier albums.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing
brutal.
Christian. Yeah.
Brutal.
You call yourself Violent J. Oh, I believe in God.
Yeah, like the game show one. That's pretty gnarly.
Old Testament God, maybe.
Yeah.
Jealous, vindictive, violent.
Yeah, violent. Did I send you that video of Beavis and Butthead?
No.
I did not?
No.
Okay, I need to send it to you. I've watched this stupid video like 6 or 7 times, and I showed the guys at work today, and like they were all laughing too, because they're not Beavis and Butthead fans, but the way Beavis sells this video that he's watching, it's one of those ones where they watch the video and comment on them, and his reaction to this video is just astounding. I giggle every time. I should actually get you to watch it on air just to see if you go the same way that I did. Oh, I'm gonna kill that kid when I see him. Keeps signing me out of my crap.
55 to 35, or are you trying to say 55 to 85? Because then again, I could believe 35. Yeah, I could believe between 35 and 55 from obesity. Jeez.
I thought she was saying like years old, 35 to 55 years old.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Okay. That is because I thought that Europeans in general had a better health range or statistic or whatever you want to call it than us here in North America.
I thought so too. Actually, I'll send it to you on here. I thought they did. That's always the miss. I'm gonna say the word wrong. Never mind.
That's a good point, Freak.
Misnomer.
Yeah, you got to have matter and antimatter, God and Satan, black and white, good and bad, 0 and 1. Yin and yang, that's the one. Yeah, you got to have the two to balance out, and the power balance shifts back and forth. Yeah, I can understand that.
There it is. All right.
Most definitely don't. Ooh, so are we talking? You said obesity, but breaking that down. coronaries, heart disease, maybe the excessive strain on the bones and the joints that excess weight causes, perhaps. Giant caskets. You want that reminds me of that Bill Hicks joke about it. He's driving in the middle of nowhere. He's going to his next gig, and he stops in for coffee at a place. You want the 32 ounce or the large? How big is this coffee? You're gonna want to pull your car around back. I'm gonna start the pump. Extra large caskets that are that you can only fit on flatbed trucks. Man.
That's insane.
They are preventable. Yeah. Now it's great that you say that. Like, sad that many don't think it will happen to them. It could happen to me, and I, in my biased opinion, have never been a fat guy.
No, not at all. No.
Close. Oh,
no,
yeah.
Shut up.
Yeah, I had a gut at one point. Yeah,
Oh.
I'm in the club. I was in the club.
You wish.
Drinking on the bub.
Oh, shut up.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. I say that, and I remember our friend Dylan from high school. He's like, "Oh, I'm so fat," and he couldn't even pinch an inch.
Well.
Yep.
You have any Karen videos?
Yes, I have many.
Oh, okay. Well, we're coming into that time. Ow. Oh. Butt Blaster Brody, are you still here?
I don't think he is.
Yeah,
I think he was replaced by Big Red,
I think he
which I have no problem with.
Yeah, she's way sexier.
Yeah.
All right. I got to save this picture and send it to him.
All right. Karen intro coming at you. I adjusted the volume so it's not as loud this time.
Okay.
You ever been pulled over for, I don't know, expired tags, or your headlight is out, or there's something else wrong on your vehicle, and you have refused to do something about it in the past when you were given a warning, and now you're being told again, and you still refuse to do something about it?
No, because my vehicles have always been in compliance. So.
All right. Well, meet the person who decided that it doesn't matter to them.
I did issue for a defective equipment. It's $80. You have till September 16th to take care of this. Get you to sign there with the Exodus.
So you don't even give a warning for this?
You've been driving around for 6 months like that.
I'm truthful.
Well, I'm not going to give you a warning for something you've been driving for 6 months.
But, well, I don't want to sign it because I don't want to do $80.
You don't want to sign it?
No, because I don't think that I deserve to pay $80 for something that is fixable and I can fix it.
All right.
That's all you want
Go ahead,
to do.
step out of the car.
Why?
Because you're under arrest. Step out. Step out of the vehicle.
Why not?
Step out.
No.
Can we stop for a sec?
Yeah.
What is wrong with the vehicle? I didn't hear. Okay, I was like, I don't think.
I'll go back to the beginning and play the first few seconds.
I'm just wondering what is wrong with it.
Well, I did issue for a defective equipment. It's $80.
That's all we're going to get, defective equipment.
Okay.
Step out.
You be fair with me and I'll be fair with you.
Step out.
No.
You're under arrest.
No, I'm not.
How to get out of a ticket. You're under arrest. No, I'm not. Case closed.
I'm placing you under arrest. Step
You
out.
are full of because you're placing me under no arrest.
Do not take off.
Shut up and give me that and I'll sign
Wow.
Step
it.
out.
No.
We're beyond that.
You want me
Step
to-
out.
Whoa.
Get out of the car. Get out of the car. Get out of the car.
Wow.
All right. So to sum up, defective equipment, didn't want to sign summons. She was asked to get out of the vehicle because she was under arrest, denied being under arrest, evading arrest. Okay, well, we're at the point of evading arrest. Now, the police officer has his taser out. Is this wrong?
No, he's gonna no, because I'm actually shocked as of his gun out. Well, seriously, because she's in the vehicle. It's not like she's out of the vehicle. He's gonna, if he shoots her with the tasers, there's a chance he's just gonna hit the truck.
True, but remember,
Right.
the gun is the last resort. At this point, she does not present a lethal threat.
True.
Could be construed that way. If she attempts to run over him with her vehicle, then she would be a lethal threat. But at this point, she is not. So here we go.
Get out of the car! Get out of the car! Get out of the car!
You better leave me.
Are you fighting now?
Put your hands behind your
Leave
back!
me alone.
Put your hands behind your back! Now!
She's resisting and she's kicking him.
Yeah, resisting arrest,
Taser.
evading. Yeah. So at this point, because she is not being compliant, even though should we take her age into account at this point?
So if that is indeed the case, you're going to say, well, she's an elderly. What if it's a person that's under 25 whose medulla oblongata isn't quite formed properly?
I don't know that that's quite the same thing in this case,
I was
but
trying to sound smart.
okay, all right, half a point for that one.
Go with it.
Put your hands behind your back!
So it's at this point where I disagree with the police officer, because even though police officers, in order to carry the taser, they have to be tased.
Mm-hmm.
And I've never been tased, so I can't speak to this from personal experience. People who have been tased aren't exactly in the most physically compliant
Yes.
frame of mind.
Yeah, they can't exactly put their arms behind their back. Like you just tased her.
Yeah, you just ran, 20, 30,000 volts through her body? She's not
A
going to do
lot.
the YMC frickin' A.
Yeah, a lot.
While being tased or right after being tased. In this particular case right now, right after being tased would be the correct wording. Mr. Freak Nasty Bum Sex. But I see where you're coming from. I will give you half a point for that. As a matter of fact, what I can do, I can cut this quarter in half and give it to you the next time I see you as a gesture of goodwill.
Goodwill, yeah.
Put your hands behind your back! Lay down and put your hands behind your back!
And Freak, we're agreeing with that.
No, you will not! You're gonna get it again! Do you realize you just got yourself in a whole lot more trouble
What?
for running?
Oh, I didn't run. I told you you weren't going to arrest me.
Well,
I pulled him here.
you ran. Okay, I'm gonna go off with what I saw as I'm just a small town bird lawyer, but you ran, you kicked out a police, so that is assault, and then resisted arrest. So, and again, I'm just a small town bird lawyer.
Hurt?
Yeah, I'm hurt.
What hurts?
Everything.
All right, I got EMS on the way. Just hang tight.
You got a what on the way?
I got an ambulance on the way. Check you out.
Ambulance? I don't need an ambulance.
Well, you got tased, so they got to check you out.
You did not have to taser me.
You wouldn't comply. You wouldn't get out, and then you tried to kick me. So
Why?
yes, I did.
Yeah, I tried to kick you because
Yeah.
I'm a country girl. Because no, I
And
didn't.
you got
like being
tased
run on
because
the
of
floor.
it.
Yeah.
you just on camera admitted you assaulted an officer or attempted it. I guess. Okay, but then, okay. Now I'll ask the question. Kicked at him. Does that still count as assault?
It does not count as assault because no contact was made, but attempted assault, you could put that on the books. Because I'm a country girl. I don't care where you're from. We all have to follow the same rules, laws, regulations, and policies.
Yeah.
If you don't like it, get out of my country.
Yeah, my freedoms. You messed up my freedom.
My freedom to not have to do what the police say. I'm a sovereign citizen. Well, leave the country.
Wow. That was a good one.
That was awesome. And that has been your learning moment, your moment of what we call knowledge.
That's awesome. So,
You got any parting words for the people?
yeah, I got a song. I went to have it up ready to go. Because we talked about it earlier. 1999 by Barnes Courtney. Great song. Quite enjoy it. Yeah, 1999. Just not or 99. Not 1999, just 99 by Barnes Courtney.
He sounds like the lead singer from that band. Know the one.
That band.
That band that your son really likes, that you took him to the concert and you didn't
Kings
record
of
it.
Leon?
Yes.
I like Kings of Leon too.
Yes. They're pretty good. I'm going to recommend a movie. Now, I didn't see too many great movies this past week, but there was one pretty good movie. It's from 1974. It's an English film. It's called Juggernaut. So a guy has placed 7 bombs on a cruise ship. This was in the early to mid 70s when disaster films were all the rage and more terrorism related plots were on the rise. Decent film, but the reason I recommend this film is because of Richard Harris's performance. Great performance. His performance then in 1974 is what we see now. He was ahead of the curve in just how good he was in his close-ups, in his line delivery, the whole thing. Great actor, Richard Harris. Sir Richard Harris, I think.
Well, there you go, folks. There's some entertainment for you for the week.
Aside from us.
Aside from us, yeah.
Yeah, now you can wallow in the slow decline of your mental health from today until next Monday, because that's when we'll be back.
And you'll miss us, but we will be back.
Indeed. And we would like to thank everyone who is here. Dad, Big Red, Beverly, Angine, Freak Nasty, Bolo, Alma, Chad, Brody, and Ryan. And to anyone else we missed, like people we haven't seen in a while, Hanama, Overseer, Riley, Casey, Penny, Frank, Trish, Jen, Corey and Trevor, Trevor G, both Jolene's, and a shout out to Gareth. We will be back next Monday, 6 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Berta time. What do you say to the people? The people.
Bye.
Goodbye.